I dropped out of college. Now what? In this video, I talk about what you should do if you dropped out of college or university and my own story. Firstly, I think it's important to figure out what you're gonna do right now. Are you gonna go live with your parents, or are you gonna go find a cheap apartment? If you get an apartment, you probably have to get a job. So right now, I would suggest not getting a full-time job, but if you have to, then you're just gonna have to use some more of your downtime to figure things out. Number two, don't beat yourself up about dropping out of college. I know sometimes it can feel like you failed or that you let people down, but you didn't fail. If you really weren't happy there, then that probably meant that you needed some time to reevaluate what you want and what's gonna make you happy. And if you decide later that dropping out was a mistake, then you can just go back. And if you feel like you've let people down, you just gotta remember that this is your life and you gotta do what's right for you. And it sucks letting people down, but you gotta do your own thing and you can't let anybody stop you. Next, I would really take some time and figure out who you are. This is really important. You wanna become more self-aware and you wanna figure out what things make you happy and what things don't make you happy. And for instance, if you're more on the introverted side, then you probably want a job where you're not around people all the time. If you're more on the extroverted side, you probably want a job where you're around people all the time. So you're really gonna wanna figure out what kind of lifestyle do you wanna have. And you wanna ask yourself questions like, would I be happier working in an office or at home? Would I be happier working around a lot of people or just by myself? Would I be happier as an entrepreneur, or would I be happier as a typical 9-to-5 job person? Or would I want to travel a lot, or would I not want to travel a lot? Like a bunch of questions like these. You should ask yourself all kinds of questions like these and just figure out what kind of lifestyle you really want to have. And I think that's really important, to figure out what kind of lifestyle you want to have before picking a job. I saw this quote when I was strongly thinking about dropping out of college, and it said, walk away from anything that no longer serves you, grows you, or makes you happy. And I realized that I wasn't getting any of those things. The only reason I was going was to get a piece of paper that had said I graduated. And I realized that that's kind of a waste of my time. I didn't get inspired enough and I wasn't happy. And I didn't know if this career was actually what I wanted. And it's not like I didn't learn anything from college. I learned a few things, but I just felt like I wasn't learning something new every day. And to me, that was really important. And so I felt like I could learn more on my own. And so I did that, and I realized that that was completely true. Last year when I dropped out, I knew that I wanted a job where I could be creative all the time. And that's all I knew. And this year I've learned that I want to be more of an entrepreneur. I want to work at home a lot. I want to travel a lot, and I want to have a job that will be flexible for me being able to do that. I don't always want to be around other people when I'm working because I'm more on the introverted side. And I've learned a ton more. And it takes a long time to figure all this stuff out. And I don't know if you ever really stop learning about yourself. But the more you learn, the more easier it will be to find out what kind of job that you really want. Other things that are going to help you grow more self-awareness are things like traveling, actually trying out jobs, or volunteering, and see what you liked from that job and what you didn't like from that job. And that will get you one step closer to figuring out what you really want to do. And I think really researching the different jobs that are available out there, because I knew that I hardly knew about a majority of the jobs available out there. One more thing, I'm gonna ask this question. If you didn't have to work at all, what would you be doing with your time? Figure that out and try to make a career around that. Alright, that's the video. So remember to subscribe down below if you want to see more videos like this one. Remember to like, comment, or share this with a friend if you think they would get some value out of it. Alright, peace out. Who you are and become more Self. Number two, don't. Okay, firstly, I think that when I was really thinking about dropping out of college, and it said walk away from. The dogs are snoring. Number two, don't beat yourself up about dropping out of college.